23,771 seats, $30 a ticket, 0 ranking points on the line, and still every last seat inside Arthur Ashe Stadium is gone, claimed days before a single ball is struck for a one-set exhibition on Thursday, August 27th. The name driving that stampede is Alex Eala, and what the resale market did to those $30 tickets in the 72 hours before Ashe's gates open is the part nobody at the USTA saw coming. Rewind to Monday, August 24th. That was the morning the new WTA rankings dropped and Alex Eala's name settled at a career-high world number 18. Tuesday, she stepped onto a U.S. Open show court with Felix Auger-Aliassime and dismantled a mixed doubles opening round 6-2, 6-1. And somewhere in that same 48-hour window, U.S. Open Fan Week organizers watched Arthur Ashe Stadium, the largest tennis-only venue on the planet, sell to capacity for an exhibition where nobody is handed a trophy. Understand what the USTA actually planned. Stars of the Open is designed as a casual pre-tournament warm-up. 4 headliner slots, $30 entry, proceeds directed to the USTA Foundation, a light-touch fan experience before the real draw begins. Fonseca, Tien, Jovic, Eala. 4 names, 3 Americans and 1 Filipina, the only non-American female headliner on the entire card. The USTA gambled she would sell. They did not gamble that she would empty Ashe. According to marketplace tracking circulated in Filipino sports coverage, resale seats reportedly climbed to around $140, more than 4 times the starting price, and the cheap seats were already gone. The tennis establishment set a price. Alex Eala's fan base set a different one, and the gap between those two numbers is the entire story. Start with what the USTA published on its own website. Stars of the Open, Thursday, August 27th, 6 p.m. Eastern. Arthur Ashe Stadium. Entry from $30. That is not premium pricing. That is Fan Week pricing, designed to bring families through the gates for a taste of Grand Slam atmosphere before the main draw. The organizers priced this event to be accessible. Then Filipino fans found out who was on the card, and accessibility evaporated inside a week. By the week of August 18th, the official confirmation began circulating. Team Alex Eala, PH Pinoy, tennis updates. Filipino sports desks from Manila to New Jersey. The word was the same on every feed, sold out. 23,771 seats, the size of a small city, claimed for an exhibition. No points, no trophy, no prize money for the winner. Just a chance to watch a 20-year-old from the Philippines walk into the biggest tennis stadium on earth as the headline attraction. Compare that to what Ashe usually looks like during Fan Week. Historical exhibitions at this venue draw somewhere between 8 and 15,000 fans on a strong night. A genuine sellout in the days before it happens is not routine. It is a market event. And this is where the audience of this channel deserves credit, well, because the Filipino fans, the diaspora communities in New York and New Jersey, the sports pages in Manila that have been calling Eala a headliner since Miami 2025, saw this moment coming long before the USTA priced the tickets. The mainstream tennis press was still framing her as a rising prospect. The people who buy the seats already knew. Then look at the pattern behind the sellout. Toronto, early August. Reports out of the National Bank Open said Eala's opening match sold out a 10,000-seat show court. Washington, August 3rd, she walked off the court holding her first WTA Tour title after taking down world number 3 Jessica Pegula. 4-6, 6-4, 6-love. Then Cincinnati, then New York. First a title, then a career-high ranking, then Arthur Ashe. The trajectory is not accidental. It is a pattern that has been repeating itself all summer, and each stop has been louder than the last. And here is the twist inside the twist. The player standing across the net from her Thursday night is not a stranger. Iva Jovic, American, 18 years old, career high WTA number 14 as of that same August 24th ranking release, seeded at the U.S. Open, is one of Eala's closest friends on tour. The two celebrated a recent birthday together alongside Iva Jovic and Zeynep Sönmez, and Jovic has beaten Eala twice in 2026. 6-4, 6-4 at Roland Garros in the first round and 6-2, 6-2 at Queens in the second. The sold-out crowd is not just showing up for a coronation. They are showing up for a rematch. Third meeting, same friend. 2 losses on the ledger, 1 chance to rewrite the story under the lights of Ashe. Which brings us to Felix Auger-Aliassime, a current ATP Top 10 player, a 2025 U.S. Open semifinalist, a Canadian Grand Slam veteran who has spent his career being described by reporters as measured, low-key, allergic to hyperbole. When Felix says something is exciting, the sport listens, because Felix is not the guy who says things are exciting. In Cincinnati, during his media availability ahead of the U.S. Open, Auger-Aliassime described his mixed doubles pairing with Eala as electric. He said he was pumped for the partnership. Those are not throwaway words from a player like Felix. That is a top 10 veteran on the record endorsing the energy of a partner ranked outside the top 15 at the time the pairing was announced. And then consider the endorsement layered above his. The USTA itself on American Grand Slam soil handed Alex Eala one of only 4 headliner slots on the Stars of the Open card. There is no larger institutional cosign a non-American can receive at Flushing Meadows. She earned it, they gave it, and the ticket market ratified it. Now zoom out from Thursday night. Arthur Ashe holds 23,771 people. In 2021, this same Stars of the Open card featured a young Emma Raducanu weeks before she won the U.S. Open outright as a qualifier. Fan Week has a history of previewing the players who define the fortnight that follows. Eala walks into that lineage as the first Southeast Asian woman ever chosen for this billing. The first Filipina to headline the largest tennis stadium in the world. That is not marketing copy. That is a category that did not exist before her. Then look at what happened 72 hours after the exhibition. Saturday, August 30th, the U.S. Open singles main draw begins, and Alex Eala enters the tournament as the 17th seed, with a mixed doubles run already underway alongside Auger-Aliassime. 2 storylines, same slam, same player. And back home, the Philippine Women's Open at WTA 125 level has already reported its semifinal and final sessions sold out early. The pattern is now transcontinental. Manila is buying seats for January. New York bought seats for Thursday. The economic center of gravity in women's tennis is shifting toward a country that had almost no professional tennis history 5 years ago. And the ticket data is the proof. None of this arrived on a smooth road. 8 days before Ashe sold out under her name, Alex Eala walked off a hardcourt in Cincinnati on the wrong side of a 6-4, 4-6, 2-6 loss to Amanda Anisimova. She had the first set. She lost 10 of the final 12 games. It was a bruising, sudden unraveling against one of the most informed players in the women's game. She has not publicly rewritten that afternoon into a triumph. What she did instead was board a flight to New York within 24 hours, arrive to Filipino fans camped outside her practice courts, and hold to the 2 Tagalog phrases she has repeated on her own social channels. Kapag lumago, hindi nahihinto. Once it grows, it cannot be stopped. And wag magduda, don't doubt. 8 days later, career high ranking. Mixed doubles win. Arthur Ashe sold out. That is the pace her story is moving at. $30 tickets, $140 resale, 23,000 seats, 0 ranking points, 2 prior losses to the friend across the net. 8 days from a Cincinnati collapse to a coronation billing in Queens. This is what Alex Eala has compressed into a single week of the tennis calendar. She did not sell out an exhibition. She rewrote what a headliner is allowed to look like at a Grand Slam venue, and she did it before her U.S. Open singles campaign has even served its first ball. So here's the question worth staking your name on in the comments. Does Alex Eala finally beat Iva Jovic on Thursday night at Arthur Ashe? Or does a packed 23,000-seat stadium tilt the pressure the wrong way and hand Jovic her third straight win in the series? Pick a side. Post the score. Defend it. If you are the kind of tennis fan who called this run before the seeding numbers caught up, this is your channel, because the next 72 hours decide whether Ashe becomes the loudest home court an away player has ever had. And every match, ranking shift, and ticket market update between now and the singles draw lives here. Make your prediction the marker.